To move beyond the ego of injury, to travel past the suspended animation of emotion, is to embrace rebellion inside echo of drums, war drums, Orisha spirit vengeance, a call to the four winds, spirit of fire, Shango fire, linking chains back together to remember the shackle, to break free in unison, the bondage souls ascending up into realms of angels' news, smiling away wrath to exact justice and assurance of deliverance, reunited in year of jubilee. Submission to the drums is a returning to the villages of prosperity, villages of destiny, hope and celebration, tribal songs and tribal dance, drums calling, summoning, sequestering into age of peace, rivers of compassion, age of majesty, land of magnificent antiquity, drums celebrating, calling, humming, summoning, home to the stars. Return to the drums, return to the drums, return to the drums.
Yeah. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I think about. I guess this would be a series about Africa and Africa in America. In America and Africa. Personally, I think it should be United States of Africa. I don't see why they have a hard time developing that, other than, the dirty tricks policies of different various governments and whatnot, what have you. That have destabilized it constantly, and they want to keep them poor so they can milk all the resources and whatnot. That's why they killed Gaddafi, the various elite leaders and whatnot to run the world banks and stuff. They killed Gaddafi because they wanted him, he was getting ready to put Africa on the gold standard. And Africa got all the resources and stuff. I think the first thing you should do is call all the diaspora home. Prepare them a place. All the diaspora. That would be the first step. Call the diaspora home to give them land and give them business opportunities to set up businesses. Those that have adequate finances, and supply them with finances for those who got good ideas, to come and set up shop in Africa so that you could advance the people of Africa, and also set it up where we can all get dual citizenship. African Americans get dual citizenship with countries of our choice. And I think a United States of Africa would strengthen the infrastructure. They could build roads and transportational infrastructure across countries to facilitate growth. I know it's a lot of raw land and wild country, jungles and stuff in Africa, deep forests, rainforests and whatnot. But for those areas that's inhabited, you can develop those a lot more for the diaspora. I know it's a lot of people that's going over there now and setting up shop and whatnot. It's a debate on whether or not people should stay in Africa, that's from Africa, and should come to the States. And I think it should be an even trade. There's a valid point the brother makes about if you're in Africa, you need to leave here to make money. Yeah, if the opportunity's not there for you, yeah, go somewhere, make money, but come back and build. Get the skills, come back and build. Don't just say be a nurse over in the West, and get the skills and come back. Build up your hospitals, build up your infrastructure, your educational system. Build it all up. Yeah, racism is a factor for Americans and African Americans, but don't let that be a blockage, a hindrance point, a stumbling stone. We know that's going to exist. That's just basically envy and jealousy and hatred of your siblings and your cousins and your relatives, because we all family in the human family of the planet Earth. We see that now, whether we want to admit that or not. COVID brought that into plain view. It didn't discriminate. It took out all kinds of people. Whether you want to say that was a pandemic or a pandemic or whatever you want to call it, whatever the case, it didn't discriminate. So whoever was behind it, they was trying to kill everybody. But I think that Africa should be for Africans, and we all Africans are the diaspora. I think America should pay reparations for those blacks, descendants of slaves and descendants of the ancestry of Africa, so that they should pay us so that we can go back and set up the infrastructure in Africa. And Africa should become a superpower. That's what they don't want to allow to happen. And I think that generations to come, the new millennials and whatnot, the young black youth, you should consider that, going to Africa, building up the infrastructure, turning it into a superpower so they can negotiate on the world stage a lot better. Work with the elders over there. Work with the elders and the youth and the entrepreneurs and the businessmen and whatnot and what have you. If you're a skilled trade worker over here, see about joint working and skilled trade over there. They going to robots over here, so and they trying to take robots everywhere in the world. And it's like I say, robots are cool for some stuff, but I think that the skilled trades should always be a human factor. And Africa is wide open right now. And I haven't been over there. I got my passport. I plan on going, Lord willing, just to check it out. And I know how some people feel. They're like, I'm fine right where I am. And I understand that too. Yeah, if I was younger, I would probably be more adventurous to go somewhere like it was when I was in the Navy and go to these other countries and really set up shop and make a livelihood. There's so many different languages. If you speak only English, it's kind of rough to go all these other places and try to pick up another language in your older years. It's kind of difficult. It's not as difficult for some people as it is for others, but it's still hard. I mean, hell, Nigeria's got 500 languages alone, I think, at minimum. Probably got more than that. You go somewhere where people speak other languages, somebody can run game on you like it ain't nothing. You don't want to get caught up in nothing like that, because they can scam you like a mug, be talking in another language and you don't know what the hell going on. You think we some hoods and crooks over here, well, we run our game. Hell, they got game beyond game over there, you know. But it's all rooted in the same, just to get a buck, whatever the currency is. They trying to make money. If you feed a person, they'll feed you. You know, if you understand what I'm saying. The Black evangelical movement is strong in Africa. The Muslim community is big in Africa. Only thing is, when fighting jump off and whatnot, you be in a little bit of a pickle. You know, you gotta get with the State Department and find out what's stable and what's not. Of course, they only gonna tell you what's stable for them, according to European interests and Caucasian and United States. But you gotta investigate for your own and get information and say, just ask them straight up, you know, is it cool for black folks to go here? You know, what's your opinion? Get their opinion. Talk to the consulate of whatever country you're going to. Talk to them and have a deep, in-depth conversation with them and find out what it is you need to know before you get there and how to get over there and everything, and find out what it is you need to know, that before you go, all the stuff you need to know that you have to get done, whether it be vaccinations or whatever, have your alternative to vaccinations, all of that. And you know, Africa is the last vestige of the greatness of humanity. America is awash. I mean, we still gonna do what we do, but the principle and the moral code is pretty much gone down the drain. I mean, I personally myself, I watch porn with women because I want to keep myself focused, because they bombard you with so much gay and other stuff, you know. So I'm programming my brain otherwise, because they constantly bombarding you with stuff. It's like, I know porn is not so much healthier, but I put it plain, I want to keep my focus on pussy. I ain't gonna lie, that's all I want to keep it on. Whether I'm getting none or not, I want to keep it on that, because that's what a natural man is. They keep trying to bombard you with this other stuff, and I don't struggle with that, you know, at all. I'm not curious or nothing. I know what I like, and I like more of it, you know. But and I understand Africa's position. It's like, we don't want that over there. They don't want this agenda over there, this pride agenda. If they want to do that, let them have their own space, like the brother said, you know. Give them a place where they can thrive on their own, in their own way, what they want to do. That's what it's going to boil down to, because everybody trying to find a place for them and don't nobody want them. You know, America has got them, but it's got so many problems that everybody trying to sell them off to somebody, you know. The government is more accepting, you know, with everything, whether in the VA and veterans, government, federal government, you know, they have policies against them, discrimination against them. And that was probably primarily because of Barack and Biden. But I don't agree with this agenda they have, talking about telling kids you might be trapped in the wrong body and all that. If that's the case, you know, I don't agree with that. You know, let children be children. They're born a boy, he's a boy. Teach him boy stuff. If he's born a girl, teach him girl stuff. Don't be putting that confusion in their mind. Talking about you might be something else and all that and this craziness. All that stuff ends up leading to mental illness, like I said before. That's what it's going to lead to. If somebody bombarding them, tell them one thing, your body is a fact. Your body is a fact of what it is. Getting all this stuff, changing your gender and all this, it's going to lead to nothing but problems. I don't care how confident you are in it. It's going to leave nothing but problems and mental anguish, stress, and mental illness. So what it's going to lead to. If you have a crisis with the skin or the body you're in, get around. If you have a problem being a woman, you know, get around women and talk to women and find out and learn more about who you are. Then you find out the greatness of what you are. If you're a man, get around men. Find out the greatness of being a man. Greatness of being a man. And if you're a woman, find out the greatness of being a woman. It's a great thing. You know? It's a great thing. But back to Africa. I think that once you reach a certain age, you pretty much set in your ways, and you shouldn't try to pack up and go somewhere else unless you got your mind and your plan ironed out and mapped out thoroughly on what you're going to do, and you got it already set up. It's good to know somebody there, wherever you are, whether you go to Ghana, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, wherever you go, it's always good to find somebody that you know there. Meet somebody from there and let them tell you all about it, and have some kind of footing when you touch down. Because you go to another country, you know, there's a lot of stuff online talking about expats and people moving here, Mexico and Belize and Portugal. And, you know, one factor is the language barrier. You know, they got a lot of translators on these phones now. You can break that barrier, but a lot of things, you know, with the internet is cool, where you can get along pretty well. But for the most part, if you're moving somewhere, make sure you thoroughly vet your situation. Thoroughly vet it. If you're in Africa and you want to come to America, find somebody that you know and set it up where you can come here and make your money and send it back home the way you want to, or whatever, what have you. If you're from America and you want to go to Africa, set it up with somebody that's already there to help them. You know, there's a lot of programs out there that's helping people to go to Africa and set up shop and live there and be comfortable, retirement or business, whatever, what have you. Excuse me. Long day. But I would suggest, you get in touch with people that's there. Weigh out the options, the opinions of all people, wherever you want to move to. Because for the most part, make sure you're not running from yourself. Make sure it's some kind of legitimate reason that you want to move. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm moving because it's racism here." You're going to face all kinds of challenges, whether it's racism or something. It could be something worse than racism. Somewhere else, like self-hate, or people look like you hating on you, you know. So make sure you thoroughly vet the situation before you get to moving somewhere. And when you get to moving somewhere, make sure you have all your ducks in a row, all your I's dotted, your T's crossed. And study it. Study the situation. See what's needed. Make sure you can do something that you won't feel like you're being a slave to make wages about. And just stay focused.